Video, just video sound.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, video sound. But I
So once you do that, you have to close that. Okay. Shows that one.
but it's
Really, it is this.
it's good.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So we're getting started. We'll just say a small prayer before we get started. ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौरव हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. So before I start today's session, I will tell you a joke. Are you ready for a joke?
Yeah.
Did I tell you the joke about the guy who was driving the car for last 20 years and then suddenly he gets a passenger? Did I tell you that joke?
No.
Okay. Okay, so you're ready. So here's a person who calls a Uber or Ola in India. You call it in India or some other names. Wave. No. There are self-driving, but I'm not using the self-driving example right now. So calls a cab, sits in the cab. The driver is going a little too fast. So what does this passenger do? The passenger taps the shoulder of the driver, saying that, "Bhai साहब, थोड़ा धीरे चलाओ, आराम से चलाओ," right? The driver goes crazy. Why does the driver go crazy? So driver, like so scared, he start sweating, his face turns red, and start driving really fast. Somehow tried to bring the car under control, almost about to bump into a tree. But just before the tree up slams the brakes and breathing heavily, looks back again at the passenger and says, "Never do that." The passenger is like, "All I did was I touched your shoulder and said, Bhai Sahab, jara dheere se." So far, do you see if the passenger has done anything wrong? Nothing. Bhai Sahab, oh brother, drive slowly. Then the driver says, "You do not know which car I have been driving last 20 years." Said, "Which car?" Said, "I have been driving the car that carries dead bodies. Last 20 years. Last 20 years. Nobody has tapped my shoulder. And today is my first day. I'm driving Uber and I'm not used to some dead body touching my shoulder from the back." So when you tapped me, my first reaction was a dead body is touching me. Yeah. And saying, "Bhai Sahab." So that is why I went crazy. So never do that again. So like that, today's session is like that. Based on which car all of us have been driving last many lifetimes, when we talk about today's session, it can go like a shock. And people can react based on which car they have been driving. But as a passenger, I am just tapping the shoulder and saying that this is what Bhagavad Gita is saying. Ready? Yeah, awesome. Next. This is the syllabus for today. We go keep going. Attraction principle. So, aren't we attracted to something in this world? Always one thing or other. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want
Like
that.
I'm getting attracted to the sound.
Music.
Music.
There you go. There you go. And last time we learned the value of the sound,
And mantra.
mantras. And today we will do, remind me, before we close, we'll do 7 minutes of mantra meditation.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And you can actually experience it. Okay. Next. So we get attracted to smaller things of this world, but because they have something, like somebody is beautiful, you get attracted. But then that beauty is a reflection of the supreme beauty. So if we're so attracted by this temporary beauty, little bit beauty, how much we can get attracted by the eternal and permanent and unlimited beauty? Do you understand? For example, if even in a say, uh, among friends, somebody is very rich, the person carries a clout. in that environment. Person carries the cloud. Why? The person is very rich. So people are naturally attracted to the wealth also. But all this wealth comes from where? Again from the Supreme. So now there are opulences that people are attracted to. When you know somebody has it unlimited, that is the supreme opulence. And Parashar Muni gives six opulences to look at. One is beauty, right? We are naturally attracted to beauty. Nobody can deny that. Well, we are naturally attracted. Then, who were the most popular kids in the class? The toppers, right? When you want to have a question like, how do I solve this or that? You will go to the topper and say, hey, how did you do? How did you study? Can you give me your notes? Right? So, knowledge is also very attractive. But again, supreme knowledge comes from Vedas. Fame. When somebody is very famous, we are also attracted to that. Strength and renunciation, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, just because he was a bodybuilder, he got all his career laid out. He gets to act in movies, he gets to marry a girl who is very politically influential. As a result, he gets to become the governor of California. Right? All started with having one opulence. When you have one opulence, you also attract other opulences. Think of that. And the last one is renunciation. Say a Swami or a monk who comes in, or somebody who has stayed in Himalayas for 20 years, or somebody has not spoken for 21 years, some kind of a renunciation. They have given up something in life. We get attracted. This person is something. Why? Because they have given up. So now, in small quantities, human beings, when they carry this, we feel attracted. That is because it's originally coming from God in unlimited quantity. That means we can naturally get attracted to God for having these six opulences unlimited inside their opulence. Okay, next. Bhagavan, word comes from Bhagyavan. And these are all six opulences are Bhagyas as per Sanskrit. So these Bhagyas, like in North India, anybody from North India? They say, are you Bhagyavan? If they're calling their wife, they say, are you Bhagwan? Sunti ho. Right? You heard of that?
Yeah, my grandfather used to call my dati.
Yes.
Grandmother.
Because she's the Lakshmi of the house. Lakshmi is the type of Bhagya. We saw out of six, one is wealth. So, now the word Bhagwan appears in Bhagavad Gita as 28 times and 140 times in Srimad Bhagavatam. What is Bhagavad Gita? What is Bhagavatam? Bhagavad Gita, 700 slokas, direct conversation with Krishna and Arjuna. Bhagavatam, by the way, it's one of the 40 books in the box. So either small books are 40 or big books are 80. That is, how many slokas is Srimad Bhagavatam? 18,000 slokas. So 140 times Bhagwan words appears, and every time the word Bhagwan appears, it is referring to Lord Sri Krishna. Okay, next.
So these three words are same. Bhagavatam, Bhagyavan, or Bhagavan, or it's all are different.
Bhagavad Gita is song of God.
Bhagavad. What does Bhagavad mean?
Srimad Bhagavatam, so it's just the name of the book. You can look at Bhagavatam as a Sanskrit word, what the meaning is. But basically, again, it is referring to God alone. Okay. Yes. And the word Bhagwan appears 140 times. Right? Now, Bhagavad Gita is the law book. If you do this, this will happen. If you do that, that will happen. Bhagavatam is critical stories or historical stories from this universe and other universes like Brahmanda. This Brahmanda and other Brahmandas, and timeline wise, not only this yuga, but many, many yugas across the existence are collected. So, this is like the executive summary of the executive summary of how to live life in such a way that spiritually we are going to be successful. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. So how come that Bhagavatam is just just a small book, everything, or it's just one part of the Bhagavad?
In W10, we have our car, and there is a box. The box has 40 of these books. That makes it set.
Version of the book,
No, no, no.
or the same book?
No, no, no. That book is divided into 40 books for ease of opening and closing. Yes?
This is the first version,
This
volume first or something?
10th canto.
Yeah.
But they all look similar, size-wise.
Right.
Yeah.
But somebody will, if they have to start Bhagavatam, they will start from volume
First.
first.
Yeah, 1.1. Hare Krishna. Welcome. Okay, awesome. Very good questions. So now we say, I am Lakpati, I am Karolpati, and now it doesn't mean a lot. When I was growing up, Lakpati was supposed to be like really rich. Then there come a time because of inflation that Lakpati is nothing. You have to be at least Karolpati. But nowadays, your Karolpati doesn't mean anything because the inflation is so much that you have to be God knows what, trillionaire or multi-trillionaire. But what is Lord saying? Krishna is saying, I am Lakshmi Pati. This is the goddess of fortune whose just hand she can give unlimited wealth. What is she doing over there? She is giving Lord some foot massage. Also, her place is on Lord's chest, the eternal place, right? And Lakshmi in spiritual world is very steady. That means she doesn't say, I'm here for 1 second, I'm gone, I don't come back. She's eternally serving the Lord like that. But in the material world, physical world, she is called as Chanchala. Why Chanchala? Because we do not know whether the stock market will go up or down. On Friday, a war in Middle East begins. Monday morning, we all are poorer than Friday. Right? The stock market can tank. One wrong missile at the wrong place, and our stocks can tank. So, not only that, because our life itself is not very assured, I could be a billionaire today and a dead man tomorrow. So, Lakshmi is not guaranteed. Money is not guaranteed. So, we need to, this class is all about finding out what is temporary, what is eternal. And the temporary is what we have, eternal is what we carry after death. And we're going to talk about that. What we really carry after death is our relationship with Lord. That is why Bhagavad Gita is of eternal truth. Because it helps us carry something after death also. So examples, right? Now, if you disagree that Madhuri Dixit is not beautiful, I'm not going to question you. But prominently, cinema actresses are seen as beauty. But this beauty is an insignificant reflection of God's beauty as opulence. So if we are saying wow, 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 then when we go to temple and see Lord's Murti, we should say bigger wow. Do you understand? Now, Lord's Murti's beauty has to be seen not only through eyes. You have to see it through ears. How? When we read Srimad Bhagavatam has Lord's Leelas. The difference between Leela and Karma is what? Karma is I have to pay bills for it. If I jump a speed light or the red light, I have to pay fines. Right? If Krishna drives and jumps through the red light, he doesn't have to pay bills. So that is Leela. Leela means you don't have to pay the bills. Why? You are the owner. Like in your own house, you move your TV from one room to another. Is it theft? But if I come to your house and take your TV and move it to my car, is it a theft? Yeah. Right. So that is karma. If I do it, karma, because I don't own your house. Because you own your house, you move it, it is not karma, it is lila. You can put it wherever you want. Because God owns the whole thing, what he does is lila. What we do in his ownership is karma. So karma is of three types. First karma is this karma. There is a karma, vikarma, and akarma. So the karma is following the rules and regulations. What are the rules and regulations? Prabhu invites me at his home for lunch. He serves nice food in the plate. I eat that and say thank you. That is still part of the karma. But while he's put that plate, I also see one iPhone, I put it in my plate. I see one iPad, that is also I put in my plate. And I say, I will take that also home. That is karma. I am trying to steal electronics, which is not meant for me. He invited me home to give me what? Food. He did not promise electronics, his Bitcoin wallet, none of that. So that is karma or vikarma because I'm taking what is not meant for me. Correct? So karma and vikarma, karma is going by what is supposed to be for you. Vikarma is trying to grab what is not yours. Clear now? So far following? That some people call it papa and punya. Punyavan Admi means he will live normal life. Papi Admi means he's trying to grab everything. Like why Ravana was in trouble? Because he's trying to get the wives of others which are not meant for him. That is vikarma. I give example of electronics, but it can apply to ladies, it can be applied to gold, it can be applied to land, it can be applied to political power, it can be applied to anything. But there is a third type of karma, and that is akarma. Akarma is what we do in relationship with God, to please God, to serve God, to remember God, to rebuild our relationship with God. That is called as akarma. So we will learn more about third karma also. But the most powerful karma is the akarma. Because we are in touch with the Supreme while doing that, that is the safest. That is where we could be spending the most time as a soul. The soul also gets most happiness in doing that. And in the spiritual world, the souls which are present in the company of the Lord are only doing akarma. Some people call it bhakti. Right? But bhakti is only for God. It is not for another human being. Right? Like in India, when somebody says, "Ye to andha bhakta hai," generally they're referring to the prime minister's followers. Correct? But bhakti as a word is actually for Bhagwan. It's not for something else. Clear? Okay, we keep going. There are six opulences. One is beauty, another is wealth. Keep going. Right? And then knowledge, strength. And do you have to have big body like that to lift something? Possibly not, because Mother Sita used to lift the Shiva Dhanusha just like that as a baby and live down. And it would take 300 Kshatriyas to lift the same Shiva Dhanusha, even those days. Treta Yuga. These people are bigger and stronger. And she, as a child, like Sanu's age or even younger, she would go around and lift something, take her ball or whatever she's playing out, keep it down. So when her daddy looked at my daughter's power, said, okay, now if I need to get this daughter married, it has to be somebody stronger than her husband. So that means that is why he put the test of lifting the Shiva Dhanusha and putting the bow on the Shiva Dhanusha as a test for getting married in the Swayamvara to make sure that at least Sita's husband is a little stronger than Sita. Otherwise, Sita will say, hey, chupet. You cannot have a weaker person like that. Okay. So strength doesn't mean you have to show the muscles. You can be actually just strong. Fame. Another, like in India, Mumbai, there are billboards. And the billboard says what? Cricket is our religion. And Sachin Tendulkar is our God. You see that? So becoming famous is also something. Next. Fame also attracts wealth. Isn't it true? And renunciation. These are six Goswamis or Ramadhracharya. These are all great monks. The first thing that they give up is the desire to enjoy this world, the desire to enjoy, say, married life, the desire to enjoy wealth, the desire to enjoy anything. And that is, they only take care of their akarma, their relationship with the Supreme Lord. And that is why they are glorious. That is why they are very attractive also. Because they have renounced things of this world. Next. So, this is very interesting. Have you seen a tree on the river bank? What will you say? The fruits and everything are on the tree, and there are fruits down there also. So, spiritual world and material world is like the reflection. The Beauty or six opulences in this world are perverted and small reflection of actual opulences God has. These are unlimited and perfect. What we have in this world is limited. Why it is limited? At age 20, maybe I'm most beautiful, and then age at age 75. So it changes like anything. So that is a flickering beauty of this world. Next. Okay. Bhagwan or God is someone who is full in six opulences. These opulences reflect minutely in the material world. Now, we'll slow down a little here. Beauty. Maybe Krishna, right? When he would go out in the Gokul Dham, when he would go out to take the cows into the jungle, the whole village would line up. Ladies and gents and children, everyone would line up. That Krishna is going to the jungle today, I want to watch. And then Krishna leaves, they come back to their work again. And in the evening, when Krishna is again going back home, whole village is again standing there saying that Krishna is coming, I want to watch. When he went to Dwarka, all the ladies of Dwarka were sitting on their like the multi-story apartments. They would be on their balconies waiting for Krishna to come and put the flowers in his way, and many people would come and give opulences. So Krishna's beauty says that it's called as Madana Mohana. This what? Who's Madan? Madan is the Cupid. What does Cupid do? Madan is Devata, Cupid. Cupid means the one who shoots an arrow in your heart and you fall in love. Now, one may say, we just celebrated Valentine's Day and we are in love and all that. We write letters, whatever we do. But the good news is, if a human being falls in love with human beings, we think it is love and romance. Everybody sees any problem with that? Finding a human being attractive is a problem? No, right? But now you look at two crocodiles in the lake. They are falling in love with each other. Our first question is, Yaki, how can you like a crocodile? You agree? Crocodile is not attractive to us. Now go one level next. Rats, spiders. Keep going through the yucky species of life. When Lord Indra looks at Indra, the king of gods, when he looks at human beings, for him we are like cockroaches. So how these cockroaches fall in love with each other? When Brahma, the head of all devatas, right? He looks at Indra as he's like a cockroach, born dead, lives a small life, no power, doesn't look beautiful, has no occur, right? So we, in the current frame of mind of being a human body, we think some human being is beautiful. But from God's perspective, there is no beauty here. There is no strength here. There is no wisdom. We, under the influence of Maya or by the arrow shot by Cupid, we fall in love. Clear? Okay. So that's Madana who shoots one arrow and makes one crocodile fall in love with another crocodile. So what a power you have to have. That you make those things like Radhana Swami Maharaj, Madhuru Maharaj in the Mumbai, he was sleep he sleep on the floor with his simple mat or something. And big rodent, big mouse came. Mouse is that rat. The rat, big rat is looking at him and he's looking at the rat. And then he asked a question. How come there are so many rats in Mumbai? The rats, so many rats are there in Mumbai because rats love rats and they multiply. That is the power of the Cupid. And that Cupid is so powerful to make the most ugly thing likable. When that Cupid looks at Krishna, he falls in love. Like, wow, so beautiful, so beautiful. That is why he's Madana Mohana. And then Radharani, when Krishna looks at Radharani is so beautiful, there is nothing more beautiful. That is why she is Madana Mohana Mohini. She makes Krishna fall in love with her. But that's the spiritual aspect. Just like we saw, there is a tree on the top and there is a reflection in the water. The things of this world are flickering, not real. and minute quantity. But that is Krishna's beauty that we're talking about. Then we're talking about what? Wealth. Lakshmi Sahasra Koti. There are thousands of Lakshmis serving Krishna in the spiritual world. So wealth is not even a discussion. To the point, Lakshmi Mata, Goddess Lakshmi, she goes to Vrindavan and she says, Krishna and gopis are playing. I want to join that dance. And to join that dance, she's told, you cannot. Because Vrindavan is a place of simplicity. Krishna will use minerals as a makeup, simple minerals. Nowadays, minerals are supposed to be good, but minerals, not any costly cosmetics. He will use the flowers, wild flowers for decoration, for him and cows and everything. But there is no opulences, there is no need for gold, there is no need for diamonds. Zarurat nahi. Love, real love is the only wealth. So now, in that beautiful place, Lakshmi, who wants to join the rasa dance, she is denied. Lakshmi, you cannot join. Why? You are rich. He says, yeah, but I can't drop the wealth also. I have to be full of gold and everything. Because I am Lakshmi. She sits for a vrata over there, Katyayani Devi. She sits for a tapashcharya so that one day she'll be allowed in the rasa dance. So that is where the wealth comes in. When Krishna doesn't care about wealth, with his friends, they don't care about wealth, although there is unlimited wealth. And then knowledge. Krishna revealed in Brahma's heart. Lord Brahma, when he was born, four-headed Brahma, made out of Sattoguna. His whole body is made out of knowledge only. But when he was born in that lotus that comes from the Nabhi of the Vishnu, the first thing that happens is, it's like, no, who's my device teacher? Who am I? Where am I coming from? Where am I going? What is the purpose of my life? And nobody gave me invitation to a Udam class actually. So he went into the lotus stem only to see that there are big, big sharks and Timingala fish. So he ran, came back, feeling scared. And then he heard the word tapa, tapa, tapa in his heart. And when he heard that, he said, okay, that means I'm supposed to sit for meditation. Do the tapashcharya to get the knowledge of life. What am I supposed to do? After doing Brahma's 100 years, which is billions of years in the count for us, after doing that tapa, and we even have the mantra that he used, right now we're not allowed to share, but if you keep following the spiritual process, some point in time, we get that mantra also, Bija mantra. So he did tapashcharya for 100 years to understand who am I, what am I supposed to do, and he gets the knowledge. Krishna reveals the knowledge in his heart, in the sutra form, that you are the secondary engineer who is going to build this Brahmanda. And he's given all the materials, he's given in the knowledge, and then he builds this universe, and the mankind begins, rishis come in, and the whole propagation of life on earth begins. There is a whole process for that. We keep going there saying that there is a big bang and all that. Our scriptures in detail explain how this world is created. So that is knowledge. If we are talking about some scientist, so scientist could be great, make some inventions. Age 90, the scientist cannot remember their own children. Why? Amnesia. All right, so many diseases. So that is knowledge. Strength. In Mumbai, Srila Prabhupada was there, and he had a nice student, businessman, who came to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, my guru says he's God. Prabhupada said, if your guru is God, baby Krishna, age 7, 8, he lifted the Govardhan. Have you been to Govardhan by any chance? Govardhan is around what, 21 kilometers. But that 21 kilometers, that Govardhan, once upon a time, while traveling with a Rishi from one location to another, decided to settle there, and Rishi wanted to take Govardhan somewhere else. Govardhan was the biggest. When Govardhan, when arrived on this in this world, it's from spiritual world. When Govardhan arrived in this world, it was the biggest mountain on the face of the earth. But the Rishi gave him the curse saying that, you tricked me and you're staying here in Vrindavan. So every year you will go down by size. And he's reducing in size year by year. That is why it is the remaining part of the Govardhan that we are seeing. Original Govardhan was much bigger, much wider, much spacious. And baby Krishna, Swami's age, how old? Yeah, younger than you. Krishna lifted the whole mountain. Whole mountain he lifted and invited all the Vrajavasis to be under that. Why? There was a situation. The situation was Indra started getting news about this baby boy in Gokul who is being very naughty and being very mischievous and killing demons and doing lots of miracles. And I said, this lot naughty little talkative boy, I want to see how powerful he is. And Krishna also wanted to teach a lesson to Indra. So what did Krishna do? He saw that suddenly one fine day, all the Brajavasis are preparing for a festival. They are cooking, they are preparing flowers, they are doing lots of organization. So he went to his daddy and said that, dear Nand Maharaj, within the family there should not be any secrets. When we hear that, he said, well, God, we have to know that. We also as a family, we should not keep secrets. So please tell me, what's going on? What is this preparation all about? And Nanda Maharaj said, oh dear baby Krishna, basically Indra gives the rain from which we have the grass. The grass is eaten by cows. They give milk. We sell some of those milk products and we are running our life. So, in order to say thank you to Indra, we do Indra Puja once a year. Makes sense? Correct? No problem. But Krishna doesn't stop there. He says, Baba, actually, this is the Sankhya philosophy, atheistic philosophy of using other arguments to defy nahi, ye nahi hona chahiye. He says, Arey Baba, you see, you guys are in Washington. This side of the mountains, we get a lot of rain. Other side of the mountains, it is all sunshine. Yes? You go Spokane side, it is sun. So Krishna says, this mountain Govardhan is blocking the clouds. That's why we get the rain. And that's why we have the grass. That's why we have the cows and milk and everything. So we should worship the mountain then. Now, Krishna's talk was so hypnotic, Nanda Maharaj never opposed him. He said, okay, we will do Govardhan Puja. Then all that was prepared to offer to Indra gets offered to Govardhan. And then the Brajavasis go around the Govardhan doing procession, Belgadi and all that, you know, Hathi Goda Palki, Jai Kanhaiya Lal ki, they're all dancing and go around. And then they make that offering. Whatever they have cooked, bullock carts of Prasad Bhoga that is made for Indra, they offer it to Govardhan. Krishna expands as Govardhan in the form of Govardhan, consumes all of that. And then Govardhan is saying, Aniyor, Aniyor, give me more, give me more. Now everybody is worried because whatever they brought, they fed. And then Govardhan is still saying, Animore, Aniyor. They cook again, offer it again. Aniyor, Aniyor. What to do now? Sanvi, what to do in a situation like this? So they offer tulsi leaf. And Krishna said, पेट भर गया. That is why when we offer something to Krishna, we offer with Tulsi because it is Krishna's blessing for Tulsi Maharani that when something is offered along with you, I will accept it and I'll be satisfied. Very important to offer Tulsi leaves. If you don't have live Tulsi, you can carry dry leaves from us, no problem. But Tulsi is very important offering. It has amazing medicinal benefits also. It's good to have a Tulsi plant in the house. So Krishna consumes all of that and then he's blessed. He's blessing the whole Brajavasis. But then Indra gets the news. What does the Indra get the news? Indra gets the news that this little boy stopped my worship. Can you imagine? Like you're a political leader and there are 1,000 people coming to glorify you on a day. And somebody just take the whole crowd and glorifies Rajiv Gandhi. Chalega kya? No, no, you'll get bad. So Indra says, hey, clouds, this world goes through periodic destruction, right? Earth gets destroyed at a certain timeline. Then the higher local, the Swarga Loka gets destroyed at a certain timeline. And then there's the Brahma Loka, the whole Brahmanda goes through destruction at a certain timeline. So this whole world goes through universal destruction. One of the methods of destruction is what? The clouds come in and they pour so much of water that the world is destroyed, like it's drenched with only water. These are Samhardaka clouds. Their job is to destroy the whole universe. Whole universe means whole universe. And what is the job given to them? Go and destroy this small village near Taj Mahal, that is Vrindavan, Go and destroy Vrindavan. Just put a lot of water in it. Samartaka says, we'll just go like this, finish the job and come back because it's such a small job. What is it? And they come and they pour unlimited rain. It is not drops, it is water columns. And the bulls are like, "Mom," angrily they're like that. And the water is rising so fast, everything is super dark. All the Brajavasis come to Krishna and says that Krishna, we told you, we told you not to mess with Indra. We have been worshipping him for generations and generations. But you told us that we should stop this and do Govardhana, and now we're in trouble. Look at the rain. We all are going to die. What to do? So Krishna created a mystical path from the village to the Govardhana mountain, and all the Brajavasis again followed him to that. In that path, there was no connection of the rain. So rain was there all around, but not on them. And then when he came near the Govardhana uh, mountain, he just touched the left hand pinky, तू तो मेरे बाएं हाथ का खेल है, बाएं हाथ की छोटी उंगली का खेल. He just lifted that, and the whole mountain started floating on his hand. Why? Because Mother Yashoda told this Govardhan, "Hey, you Govardhan, you better hover little above my Krishna's pinky. If you put a load on the pinky of my Krishna, no, I will curse you." Govardhan said, "No, Mother Yashoda, I will hang just above." So Krishna is holding the Govardhan. All the Brajavasis thought, we will also help. They got in the sticks and they're putting the sticks to help Krishna. Well, it so happened that Radharani looked at Krishna, side glance. You know, have you heard of that song? Not from your generation. So she gave a side glance, you probably remember. Side glances to Krishna. Krishna thoda disturb ho gaya. The mountain started coming down and the whole village is under the mountain. Then everybody went to Radha and please don't look at Krishna there. The whole mountain will come on us. Okay, okay, okay. And 7 days party time. Just I'll finish this. 7 days party time. In the daytime, the boys used to play with Krishna. The girls had no access. In the evening, the girls used to play with Krishna, dance with Krishna. Boys had no access. And the big Brajavasis, like the grown-up Brajavasis, they didn't have access to Krishna when he goes to jungle also and while dancing also. They are only seeing him when he comes home and goes out. So they were really striving for Krishna. How much they were striving for Krishna? They were striving for Krishna so much that these gopis used to curse Lord Brahma for creating the universe with imperfect design. What is imperfect design? Say, for example, if this glass is broken and all cold is coming in, what will they say? Who architected this design where the glass breaks every weekend and during class we feel cold? Yes. Like that they're saying, since batting of the eyelid, it takes 1/12 of a second, lavamatra. When we do this lavamatra, this much batting of eyelids, Krishna is present in front of me, but I'm not seeing him for that 1/12 of the second, lavamatra. Oh Brahma, when I don't see Krishna for that lavamatra, I feel like 12 years. I have not seen Krishna. In that eyelid moment, they feel they're missing Krishna in that 1/12 of the second so much. It is like 12 years. Brahma, your design is useless. Why did you design this eyelids? You should not have designed these eyelids. Do you see how much they love Krishna and how much Krishna is beautiful? Are you getting some idea of how beautiful Krishna is? Now, after 7 days of continuous pouring, right? The Samartaka clouds report back to Indra, saying that nothing is happening. Even the grass on the top of the Govardhan is not touched. Everything, our water is just evaporating because Sudarshan Chakra is roaming around the Govardhan, keeping it dry. So we are supposed to destroy the whole universe in a flash. And now we are not able to destroy a small village. Indra, we are ashamed. Indra says, if somebody is that powerful, it's not ordinary, must be God. Let me go and say sorry. He goes to the Brahaspati, the guru of the gods, and says that I messed up with Krishna. What should I do now? Well, Brahaspati says, now you are in trouble. But it's the way. If you take the Surbi cow from Swarga with you, Krishna loves cows, he may forgive you. So first the Surbi comes. After the Krishna says, Samartha, please stop. Now it's clear sunshine now. All the villagers go back to their home. And Krishna and his friends are sitting over there. That is when the Survi cow comes and Indra is hiding behind her, scared. What will happen to me now? And um, Surbi says, Krishna, can you please forgive Indra? He messed up. He didn't realize that your Supreme Personality is the Godhead and kindly forgive him. And Krishna is like, yeah, Surbi, you are saying that it is okay, right? But to Indra, he doesn't even like, who are you, right? And Indra is the king of the gods who control this universe. So now what happens? Indra says, Krishna, I would like to do your Abhishekam as a pleasure for my service, that my akarma, my mistakes that I have done. And then Krishna, Indra decides, he's the king of gods, all the Upanishads, all the rivers, all the auspicious things in the universe, they all line up. And an amazing, and he gives the name to Krishna, Govinda. And he does amazing Abhishekam. And then they begs forgiveness and again leaves. And then the Krishna's friends, they come and say, Krishna, we want to do Abhishekam also. They lift all that paraphernalia again, the celestial paraphernalia, they do Krishna's Abhishek again. Krishna says, whatever you want to do, he did it. Whatever you want to do it. No problem. Right? And then they come home, the Brajavasi kids, and they're telling the elders. What are they telling the elders? There was a guy, he had billion eyes on his body. That is Indra. He messed up once with a Rishi's wife and he got cursed that he will have eyes everywhere. Can you imagine? You cannot sit on the chair because there are eyes over there. Can you imagine? So Indra is cursed to have eyes everywhere. So this guy with the eye everywhere, he came, he begged forgiveness, and he did some out of the world Abhishekam for Krishna. And villagers are like, you boys, you whatever you talk and go play. They don't take it seriously. The Brajavasis don't take Krishna as supreme personality of the Godhead. What they think is my Lala. Yashomati Maya, she says, if I don't feed Krishna, he will die because of hunger. And while he's holding the whole Govardhan, she's feeding him. If the Krishna eat, you cannot be not eating. Right? And when there's a lightning thunderbolt outside, baby Krishna runs into the pallu of Yashoda Maya saying that I am so scared. And the same Krishna who is holding the Govardhan, killing so many demons, when Yashoda Maya is trying to tie him down, he's so scared. When she picks up a stick, she's like, no, Maya. Right? That is Akama, that is Leela. By Siddhanta, by reality, he is God. But by Leela, he is a small toy. Do you see how beautiful Krishna's Leelas are? Are you getting the taste of it? They all come from which book? Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. This book, opened every day, will destroy all the sins around you and your life will become perfect. It is the verdict of the scriptures. I am not making it up. So those who want a copy at their home, kindly raise your hands and the book will be available to you. We have got some copies in the car in the W2 parking lot. Sorry to bring you back to Europe. But now let's go back to Krishna, right? So Brahma, who has created this universe, got the knowledge through Krishna. He also goes through a Vimohan Leela, saying that maybe this talkative boy, I need to test him. He comes and steals Krishna's cows and friends. And Krishna recreates all of it again. Now Brahma is confused. The one I was hiding them in the isolation, are they real? Or now I see that these are again more friends and more cows. Are they real? And that confusion, 1 year passes because Brahma is so big and slow. And so it takes 1 year to look around, earthly 1 year. And when he looks back again, in that 1 year, what happened? Krishna expanded as his friends because they were stolen. He realized Brahma is done it. He says, I'll counter trick you. So he expands as all his friends and he expands as all the baby cows. Now these baby cows go home. What happens? All the cows, when they see the baby Krishna coming in the form of a calf, they start giving milk. They're dropping the milk immediately because they cannot control their love for Krishna. They love Krishna more than their babies also. So when they see Krishna, all the cows are getting the satisfaction of feeding Krishna directly in the milk. And then all the senior gopis in Vrindavan, when their kids come home, which is again expanded Krishna only, They can also control their motherly love, and they are also lactating, and they are feeding Krishna. For Krishna, he never stands straight. Radharani stands straight, right? Ram stands straight. Krishna is always like this. Why? Threefold. He never, nothing he does is straight. He goes to Nanda Maharaj and says that Nanda Maharaj, our girls and boys in the village are come to age now. We should get them married. Nanda Maharaj never refuses anything. Nanda Maharaj says, let's get married. All the boys and all the girls in the village are married. All the boys are who? Sorry? Yes. So who married all the girls? Yeah, but all the Krishna's friends are now actually Krishna. He expanded as his friends because Brahma stole the friends. Oh. Yeah. So now he expanded his friends. And now all his friends are married girls. So who is married with them? Ah. So if they are all married to Krishna, if they dance with Krishna, is there a problem? See, even a baby knows why people talk about Krishna. I don't know. So these are the beautiful leelas. So now coming down to this businessman in Mumbai, he says, my Guru is God. Prabhupada said, Krishna lifted the Govardhan for 7 days on his little pinky. Can you ask your Guru to lift a table for 7 days? Okay, 7 hours. And the faith was so strong, this businessman went back to his Guru and said that, oh Guru, if you are God, can you lift the table for 7 days? And the Guru said, no, I cannot lift the table for 7 days. Then the businessman knew, my Guru is not Krishna, is not God. He came to Srila Prabhupada, he joined Hare Krishna movement, and he's an amazing, amazing Vaishnava today. And he's supporting also all the nice things. And he's owner of Mafatlal Industries in India. So the whole idea is that once you know Bhagavad Gita as it is, you can spell out the problems very easily. Now, Krishna in Dwarka, right? Fame. Krishna is famous as God even in the atheistic circle. Because in atheistic circle, what do people discuss the most? Does God exist or not? So Krishna is famous amongst those who don't believe in God also, because day and night they are busy proving what? God does not exist. So God is famous even in the amongst the people who don't want to believe in it. And then renunciation. One may say, oh, when I build a $10 million house, I get puffed up. When I build a company $20 million worth, I get puffed up. Obviously, Krishna must be so puffed up, right? He is the supreme personality, the Godhead. He knows past, present, and future. Nothing, whatever is running in our minds, Krishna knows. He has full control over everything. He owns everything. He is the most beautiful, most knowledgeable, most strong. How easy it is to get puffed up. You agree? Look at Krishna's renunciation. When Sudama, Vipra Sudama, his wife forced him. He's Krishna's childhood friend, like Sami and age. Krishna and Sudama are playing, and Krishna says, okay, we are friends. Anytime you need my help, let me know, okay? And then when they grow up, the Sudama is so poor, there is no food in the house. Wife will say, hey, go get some money. And why your Krishna is so rich, why don't you go ask him? Now, this Sudama is actually proud of his poverty. You understand? One can be proud of anything. He's proud of his poverty, saying that I am so renounced, I can live happily even in the middle of nothing. Okay, great. Krishna does not like that. He doesn't like his pure devotees to have any pride in them. So if there is a pride about the poverty, Krishna takes his poverty away also. So when he goes to the Dwarka, and Krishna not only treats him out of the world and loves him, hugs him, the Dwarpals are saying, who are you? Why are you here? Whom do you want to see? And Krishna hears that Sudama is here, and he comes running, hugs him, and cries, and remembers the childhood pastimes, and says, you must have brought something for me. And he has the dry chips rice, the poha. He's hiding it. Krishna says, don't hide it, give it to me. And he eats it so much of love. And Lakshmi Devi is saying, Krishna, make sure you don't finish it all, give it to me also. And then they treat Sudama like so royally, and they talk their childhood stories. And Sudama leaves, Sudama doesn't ask anything. How can you ask? You're sitting in front of Krishna. How do you feel like asking anything? He just happy by the experience, crying and crying, saying, Krishna, you're so amazing. When he comes home, he's not able to recognize his house. It's all gold. Everything is gold. unlimited gold. So then he realizes Krishna has also arranged what is in his heart, the desire. He didn't want it, but Krishna gave it. Why Krishna gave it? Because he doesn't want his devotee to become proud about anything, including poverty. So be careful. If you ask Krishna, Krishna will give you, but the purpose will be to purify you. So do you see these beautiful, beautiful leelas of Krishna are in the 10th canto. When Srimad Bhagavatam walks in your home, Lord Sri Krishna has walked in your house, the energies in the house starts to shift, things start to get better. If you really open Bhagavatam, it gets even better. If you fall in love with Srimad Bhagavatam, just there is nothing better in this world. And when Lord Sri Krishna, when he left this world, he stayed back in the form of the book. And that book is Srimad Bhagavatam. And Bhadra Purnima, once a year, we have this festival where we say, there is a shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam itself. On that day, if you take a Srimad Bhagavatam, put it on a golden throne, and then gift it to somebody, by gifting somebody a Srimad Bhagavatam, you get the highest spiritual destination in your life. That is why in the ISKCON festival, there is a festival, Bhadra Purnima, where we all come and donate some Srimad Bhagavatam to somebody else. We go and find it. Please, please take it. That's what we do. That is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the beauty of receiving and giving. You can give it within your family, else you can gift it. That is also perfect. But give Srimad Bhagavatam. Take Srimad Bhagavatam. Have Srimad Bhagavatam in our house. If we don't have Srimad Bhagavatam in our house, we should ask a question, am I really a Hindu? Garva se kaho hum Hindu hai. And then you ask basic question, they will know. Right? Any questions so far on this? Is anyone confused that Krishna is Supreme Personality of the Godhead? There are still more slides, but I'm just asking. Now, still these are Leelas. Let's keep going. What does Krishna say in previous? Yeah. Yada yada vibhutimat sattvam srimat trajitam evava tat tat eva gachat itvam mama tejo sa sambhavam. Bhagavad Gita 10.41 translation. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring but a spark of my splendor. Yes, anything that is amazing is a reflection of Krishna's splendor. Whatever Krishna has unlimited, especially chota, small spark is what we see over here. Clear? Next. Ishwar and Jiva principle. We'll go slightly faster through this. Is one fast. Okay, we just learned Lord has all the wealth. Next. There is a person everywhere. And when you serve that person, you get results back. Yes, next. We'll skip through the. Okay. All the souls are part and parcel of Supreme Lord. They can only get nourished and nourishment and happiness by serving to God. That is the principle. Axiomatic truth. Next. We'll skip that. We can be a good boy or bad boy. Based on that, we get the results. That's what the slide is. Now, is Krishna energy or a person or what? So, as per scriptures, is the energy. As per scriptures, next level is also the Paramatma in our heart. And as per scriptures, he is also the person. So now, the Jnanis, the Vivekanandas of this world, they want to realize God only as Brahman, is energy only and nothing more. And that is why they do meditation, which is only focused on energy. Brahman, Brahma Satya Jagat Nitya. They don't want to go anything beyond. It's fine. They want to go only up till that. That is fine. The next level is the Patanjalis of this world, the yoga. So they do yoga for realizing Paramatma in the heart. What is Paramatma? Upadrishta Anumanta. Paramatma is the overseer and permitter of everything. The Bhagwan form. What is the size of the Paramatma in our heart? You can take out your right hand. And this is the size of your Paramatma. Check now. And here, right here. That is why somebody is sleeping or something. We're not supposed to step on them. We're not supposed to cross it. Because there's a Paramatma in your heart. We also say this body is the temple of the God. That means the bodies are supposed to be taken care of nicely. Just like you take care of the temple, you take care of the body also as a property of the Lord. So that is Paramatma. And the last is Bhagwan as a person. Now, some of the examples are given is you wake up on a lazy morning on Sunday in Seattle. You see that day has already begun, right? It's there is light outside the window. That's good enough to say that morning is already morning and sun's up. You got that? Now, on a sunny day like this, you can step out through this door if you want and look at the sunshine. You see around this, which is very, very bright. Yes? But the next level is, if mystically, if you are able to travel to the sun planet and not get burnt out, there is Surya Narayana waiting for you, the Ishtadev of that planet. Person. So there are three levels of realizing Surya Narayana. Or have you seen the Chennai Express movie? No, doesn't matter. Say you are in a village and the train track goes to that. There's a time the train is supposed to come. You want to know when the train is coming. What people do, they put their ears to the railway track. And you feel the vibration, that means the train is coming. There is evidence of the presence of the train. The next level is from far away, you see a small dot coming. There could be some smoke, there could be some whistle. Very small presence. That is like the Paramatma. God's presence in a very minuscule format. And when the train comes and stops, there are like 100 dabbas, and you can enter the dabba and you can ride the train, you can touch and feel. That is Bhagwan. So you can have Lord at three levels in our life. In the Jnana Yoga, it is at the Brahman level. Brahma, Satya, Jagat Mithya. Then in the Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, you can do, what is it? The Paramatma level. You can reach up to Paramatma level. Up to Paramatma level also God is neutral. That means you get what you do. The Bhagwan level, Krishna personally enters your life. He reciprocates as a human being. Even if we have done unlimited sins also, Krishna can forgive. Because he's a person. A traffic cop cannot forgive you. He has to only give you a ticket. But the judge can forgive you because he has the authority. You understand? Like that, Krishna can forgive you for whatever has happened. Next. We'll skip through this slide after the recent files which are out in the market. Both. Okay, good. So, human beings, although they are at the top of the situation, they are fallible. Means they can fall down, they can collapse spiritually, they can do incorrect things. The difference between human and God is infallible. God never falls down. That's the primary difference to remember. So, who is this person behind the gigantic manifestation? Next. In the form of Mahavishnu, that is a picture of Mahavishnu in the background, but Krishna is telling Arjuna, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvitaha. Bhagavad Gita 10.8. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage me in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Very clear. Huh? Krishna is not leaving something to the ground. He's very clear. न तद भाषयते सूर्यो न शशंको न पावकः यत् तत्त्वान निवर्तन्ते तद धामा परमं मना. So the supreme, that supreme abode of mind is not illuminated by sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. We invented electricity. Faraday, Edison, we thought we invented electricity, right? Bhagavad Gita is already that. No electricity. By the way, at least you see the light in the sky, the lightning, that is also electricity. And our Bhagavad Gita knows that, means Krishna knew that. Why he designed it? Those who reach it never return to this material world is very, very significant. The real mukti, the real getting out of your business is if we go back to the Krishna Loka. Yes, really going back is Krishna Loka. If not, this whole Brahmanda gets recycled. We can come back. Right? You go to some lokas, which are Devata lokas, you are worshipping some Devatas, and you go to their lokas, and you thought, yeah, I got liberation. No, no, no. Just after a very long period, that cycle also gets, that loka also gets recycled. So because other Devatas, the loka gets recycled, and Krishna loka never gets recycled, Krishna is emphatically saying, those who come to my place never have to go back again. So real mukti is Krishna Loka, and that is why we follow Lord Sri Krishna. You think these 20 lakh Hare Krishna are on the right there, let's see Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. some illusion. No, we are only following the scriptures. Next. And again, I told you the example of the car driver. Based on which car you have been driving last many lifetimes, one minute shocked to hear this. I was shocked. So Arjuna was under stress, right? With the Mahabharata was starting, I explained that in detail. Arjuna was in stress, but after listening to Bhagavad Gita, seeing Krishna's Virat Rupa, he was like, okay, now I know what to do. I know what is life. I know who is Krishna. I know who I am. And it didn't end over there. Look at Arjuna's conviction after listening to the Bhagavad Gita. That is what life is. That is what surrender is all about. First, he did not say, Krishna, you are Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Har jarra chamakta hai anwar lila ji. Everything moves by your power only. I'll take a little nap in the back of the Ratha. You finish the war. He didn't say that. He said, okay, Krishna, I'll fight because you want me to fight. And Krishna said, I'm controlling everything. In handful days after the war began, handful days, what happened? Abhimanyu was killed by Adharma on the same battlefield. Arjuna and Krishna are present by their own relatives, and his dead body was insulted by Jayadratha by kicking. Think of the anger if your own child, an effulgent, powerful child, is killed by 6 Maharathis targeting at the same time and insulting the dead body of the 18-year-old boy, such an effulgent boy, such a loving boy. By Jayadratha, if any one of us, Arjuna, we may go back to Krishna and say, Krishna, firstly, I didn't want to fight this battle. Yes, you made me fight. Accept the blame. And now, in your presence, the father of the Dharma, adharmically, my son is killed on the battlefield. You are Paramatma in everybody's hand. You taught me even in the device class that even the hand cannot get lifted without Paramatma controlling it. So you allowed Jayadratha to do this. You can blame Krishna in so many ways. You agree? Did Arjuna blame Krishna? And the answer is no. But Arjuna took a vow. In that anguish of his son being killed by Adharma, he took the vow that I will kill Jayadratha by tomorrow's sunset. If not, I will enter the fire. So he is even at the point of entering the fire also is not blaming Krishna. But if you look at Gandhari, she blamed Krishna for the war after the war. That is the difference between devotees and non-devotees. A non-devotee will try to find God to put blame on God. A devotee will say, I will thank God in all situations. So then Krishna had to do this magic of putting Sudarshan Chakra, covering the sun. Everybody thought, okay, it is by Krishna Maya. Everybody thought it is a sunset. And Jayadratha comes and laughing, ha ha ha, Arjuna, now you have to enter the fire. And these people were so virtuous, Pandavas, that, okay, sunset has happened, means Dharma Yuddha, I'm not going to kill you after sunset. And I had promised after the sunset, I will enter the fire. Although Jayadratha is there, Arjuna is still entering the fire. By my standards, I would rather kill him and then enter the fire. Right? I have taken a vow, I'll go. But before that, I will take care of you. Krishna lifts the cover on the sunshine and says that, hey Arjuna, this is Jayadratha and this is your Gandiva. Shoot right now. And, you want to be there to see that scene. Arjuna takes the bow, immediately fires off towards Jayadratha in such a way that Jayadratha's head is chopped off. That arrow takes the Jayadratha's head, travels all the way to Himalayas, and there is a Rishi, his father, is doing tapashcharya. The head goes and lands in his lap. While he's doing tapashcharya, eyes closed. The Rishi, out of shock, first thing he does is he takes the head and puts it on the ground. The Rishi had given a blessing to Jayadratha, whoever puts your head on the ground will die. The Rishi himself dies. He dies in the climax. That is Krishna. That is Mahabharata. And that is Krishna Leela. And why such an amazing Leelas exist eternally in our culture, we are learning it late. So late. It's so much fun. It's supposed to be enjoyed every day. So that is Krishna and Arjuna. So Arjuna simply followed Krishna and became successful. And what is the success? Success is not winning the war. Success is following what Krishna wants you to do. That itself is success. Implementing the desire of your Guru Maharaj is success. Like Srila Prabhupada, he came to teach Bhagavad Gita in English in the Western world, risking his own life. That itself is success. Trying your best is success. Next. So he was going through very miserable situation, and now he came out as the winner of the whole world war. How many people were there in the Mahabharata? 640 million people. That is equivalent of 64 crore people. Each one of them is a very powerful Kshatriya, has possibly one or more wives, have tens of children. Imagine how many people were impacted. Yes, that is the size and the scale of the war. And Arjuna had time to sit down before the war and listen to Bhagavad Gita as a priority. I don't think we have bigger priorities in life. We should be attending Bhagavad Gita. Okay, next. Okay, next. One can become free from all sufferings, ultimately attain the spiritual world. That is the promise of Bhagavad Gita. This life can become last life only by remembering Krishna, falling in love with Krishna. And all we have to do is at the point of death, we remember Krishna. Are we going to remember Krishna at the point of death just by trying to remember Krishna at the point of death? No. We are going to remember that, I have these 10 properties that nobody knows I have. I need to give to my family. Right? I need to do my will. I need to do my documentation. I need to give my passwords to my children. I need to create a trust. Even your property is there. I need to do this. I need to do that. So many things will come to the mind at the last minute that we are supposed to do. Property is just one dimension. So many other dimensions. We will not have a chance to remember Krishna unless we are living our life every day in such a way that every day, if death comes today, I'm ready for Krishna. That is real bhakti. That is real spirituality. That is the perfection of living the Bhagavad Gita every day. Sami, clear? Yes, okay, awesome. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dharudhara, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Initir Matir Brahma. Sanjay said, wherever there is Krishna, the master of the mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. That is 18th chapter, 78th verse. So basically at the end of the Bhagavad Gita. This is the end result of Bhagavad Gita. Wherever there is Krishna and Arjuna, we have the chance to become like Arjuna. Like if I ask you, who's the greatest Hindu you know? Garva se kaho hum Hindu hai. Who's the greatest Hindu you know? Obviously, Arjuna is one of the greatest Hindus because he heard Bhagavad Gita first hand. And he followed Bhagavad Gita first hand. And whom did he follow? Krishna. Another great Hindu we know is Hanuman. Yes, amazing Hindu. Whom did he follow? Lord Ram. So what is our problem in accepting Lord Ram and Lord Krishna in our life?
No problem.
There is no problem. Just raise your hands and say, there's no problem.
No problem.
Hare Krishna. Okay, awesome. Next. So if you look at the war, it is very lopsided. Pandavas were only 5. Their opponents are 100 in number. Out of those 18 Akshayini Sainya that was collected over there, Pandavas had less and Kauravas had more, right? Diplomacy, right? So, in spite of all the, and then who were the powerful warriors on the side of Kauravas? Dronacharya. I mean, he could give away the knowledge of Brahmastra to others. Vishmadev never defeated. Karna, he had all kinds of magical, mystical cities achieved directly from the powerful Guru. So now all these powerful warriors, in spite of being there, Pandava became victorious, and Krishna had promised not to even lift a weapon. And with that story I read, Krishna, he was resting on his bed when Arjuna and Duryodhana both came to ask for help to play the war. Arjuna came and he sat next to Krishna's feet. And Duryodhana came and he sat on the head side. Which is proud, I'm the king of blah blah. So when Krishna opened his eyes, first he saw Arjuna. And then he saw Duryodhana. I said, whoever I saw first, I have to grant them boon first. But let me tell you, looks like both of you are here to ask help for the war. I am not going to lift a weapon in this war. But you can take all my powerful Narayani Sena, or you can take me as an advisor, or you can take my whole powerful Sena, undefeatable Sena on one side. Make your choices. Arjuna made a choice. What was the choice? He said, Krishna, I want you as an advisor, even if you're not going to pick up a weapon. But on the other side, Duryodhana was very happy. He got the military. Do you understand? So Ravana wanted Ram's wife, but not Lord Ram. Duryodhana wanted Krishna's military, but not Krishna. This is the difference. Atheist people who are against God, people who are materialistically minded, they want Lord's opulences. They want $1 billion. They want power, but they don't want God. They want Lakshmi, but they don't want Narayana. Do you understand the difference? We can be on Hanuman's party if we go out of way to bring even one soul back to Krishna. Just like Hanumanji went all the way to Lanka, put a fire on his tail, he did so much of big war, all that he jumped up to Himalayas, got the medicines, he did so many things for Lord Ram to bring Mother Sita back to him. We are also Krishna's expanded souls who are away from Krishna. And if we try to bring these expanded souls of Krishna who are facing away from Krishna back to Krishna, we are Hanuman's party. But if we think I can enjoy Krishna's opulences and properties and not worry about Krishna, then we are on Ravana's party. We have to really decide, I want to be on Hanuman's party or I want to be on Ravana's party. I mean, which party you want to be on? Hanuman's party. So then, next batch when it happens, and when you see the announcement, you are going to call your friends and say that, you know what, this is a nice class, please go and attend. Then we are on Hanuman's party. Right? Awesome. Keep going. Okay. Now, what is our relationship with the Lord? This gets even more interesting. So, we all are serving something or someone that you agree. We all are serving something or someone. Even I gave the example of mother serving the child. So, if we, but all these services are only within a lifetime. Physical body, physical connection, physical relationship. Next. Yeah, keep going. Our relationship with Lord is eternal in nature as a soul. The Atma and Paramatma, or Atma and Bhagwan, that relationship is eternal. We are part and parcel of existence of Lord's energies. And hence, because our relationship is eternal, the activities that we do in that relationship are also eternal. Right? In this world, if you do something good, that gets lost. When you do something bad, but it gets. But if you do something in relationship with Krishna, those credit points are akarma credit points, they remain forever, they help us forever. Krishna never forgets what I have done for them. So, what is dharma? You see, right? Sanatan dharma, Sanatan dharma. What is dharma? Dharma is that inseparable nature. Like, I will be like this only. Like, if sugar is not sweet, will you call sugar? Or salt is not salty, will you call it salt? All right. You taste, it looks like a salt, it's not salt. Next. In my college days, for confession, we were moving my friend's house, and in one uh, metal ka dabba, I saw a white powder which exactly looked like powdered sugar. I said, so yummy, huh? I tasted it. And it was detergent powder. Right? Just because it looks sweet, it doesn't mean it is sugar. It has to be sweet. So, just like our nature to serve someone in this world, it is evident that the soul's intrinsic nature is to serve. Now we have a choice. We can serve a dog or we can serve God. Our nature is to serve. Our future depends on whom we serve. If we serve a dog and at the point of death, Oh, I remember my Robin so much. My Robin is such a good dog. And Robin is such a well-behaved dog. Or my Dilly is such a well-behaved dog. Obviously, I'm going to remember dog at the point of death. And I become dog in my next life. But replace that with God. And if you remember God at the point of death, that's our last life. Next. Now, what has happened really? Yes, yes. Ganesh, how did we know about this? And how come so many people do not know about this? We have gone through this temporary amnesia of forgetting God as a soul, and we are in the process of reviving it by whatever the Lord's Leela will within. We're trying to re-establish that connection. We're trying to reconnect back to God by reminding you, by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, by everything that it does. We are reminded of our relation with God. It is eternal in nature, and it was always there. We have temporarily forgotten. We are trying to bring it back. We're not giving you anything new. We are only reminding you of who you are, really. Next. We are surrounded by so many priorities, isn't it true? Family, money, work, position, pleasure, pet, friends. But all we have to do is be Krishna centered. Then all other things will follow them. Next. I'm a tiny jiva. Yes. I'm a tiny jiva. Jiva means soul. Right? And the ultimate, but not the ultimate God, but a tiny part and parcel servant of Lord. Now, when we say servant, it gives little negative connotation. Right? What is it? Saying, I'm servant. Right? By servant, we are saying we are in service. First. The second part is we are cooperating. Like in a company, cooperate in your role and you get promoted. When you don't cooperate in the role you are supposed to be, you get demoted. How simple is that? So God's existence and so we have a role to play. To play that role properly, it's only better. Next. Leaving world's Lord's company, forced to be born in pain, the world filled with agony again and again. That's our situation. We're taking birth again and again. We have a multi-billionaire father, and we are working for a salary. How pathetic. And we're worried about visa and immigration and security for our own family for some few things. We're living a miserable life. So all we have to accept is somebody read this for me. Loud and clear. Who can read it the loudest? I want to volunteer to read this very loudly. Krishna is my Lord. The growth of all existence, of the activity, full of its ability. Next. Another one. Loudly. Read very loud. He gave the visit for this world. However, once please well. To please and protect you and money thing. Okay. Awesome. Next. Everybody has to read loudly. Very loud. Yes, sing loudly. Show them how to speak loudly. I but it's not you are get that. Very clever. Next. One more word. Somebody. That's fine. I can make a swimming pool. God creates oceans. I can fly a rocket, but Lord blows huge planet. Okay. One more. I think we have like the what to find one more. Next. Who's not on here? God is the expert to there's a everything. God is omnipresent, omnipotent. So what's here? So Lord is the actual doer. I'm just the imitator. It's we're also creating things, right? So we're imitating Lord. Lord is omnipresent. Omnipresent means everywhere, including now and here. When we are standing reading, Lord is listening. Did you know that, sir? Krishna is listening while you're talking. And then omnipotent, it's all kinds of powers exist. And omniscient, knows everything. No surprise for Krishna. Next. Here, who did not read?
Right, probably. Loud and very clear, right? Who deserves everyone's love and humble service. I am a tiny jiva cast in ocean material world.
Wow, very nice. Okay, who did not?
Lord is the greatest of all. Let us accept this fact of heart. We're his tiny servants. Let's realize and serve him with joy.
Awesome. Mantra, read it. Hare Krishna mantra. Loudly.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram.
Now go on the last slide. Okay. So you put a timer of 5 minutes and you just chant Hare Krishna. Because there is a sound, I think it may not gel well. What do you think?
Yeah, it could back.
You have some.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So basically we come to the end of the summary. So let's go to the reflections. Give out your most powerful reflections for today. And you can stop sharing slide if you want to move. All right. So we'll go on the right side first. Your first name, loud and clear. That's your graduation question. What's your reflection from today?
Um, yeah, I'm Aditya. My reflection from today's lecture is like uh, God is the doer of all. Everything emanates from him, and we just take part in his creation.
Very nice, very nice. Amazing. Please give him a big hand. Nice reflection. Yes, Lou. First name and reflection.
Yeah, my name is Lokesh, and my key takeaways are first is um, what we are taking out from this life, and that is eternal, and that is the connection with the God. How we will make the connection with the soul, and what is the process that is a karma. With that whole thing, and then we learned about these six opulence. Like, okay, you would be like you will be having wealth, fame, renunciation. Renunciation is the most important thing. What I feel out of six opulence, that's what. Though you are getting puffed up, but renunciation should always be there so that you know where you are. That is thing. Yeah.
Very nice. Lokesh Prabhu, please give him a big hand. Anvi madam.
My name is Sanvi, and what I learned today is we always need to remember Krishna at the time of death, every single time, and every single time we should always like, remember him as our advisor.
Very nice. Please give her a big hand. She really nailed it. Right?
My name is Kripta. Today, what I like that in material world there is six opulence like beauty, fame, strength, everything, but it doesn't matter. The point of is or the beauty will be like no beauty, no strength like that. We are like that is of point. So nothing will work. But real, uh, real opulence we find in Krishna only. So we have to surrender ourselves to Krishna, and as an advisor, he will guide us. So we need to put all on Krishna.
Very nice. Big hand for Kavita Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Purva. I think today we learned about all the different types of riches and how they're probably infinitely more in the spiritual world and the path to the spiritual world.
Very nice. Thank you, Apuro Mataji. I want to hear loud claps. I know it is before prasadam time. I know it's glucose is running low, but
Yeah, my name is Nikhil. So yeah, again, I think what everyone summarized same. Something that struck me was how Lord Krishna gives you things that when there was a devotee who had the example you had explained to us that he wants something and then when he went back home he had a full house of gold. So how Lord Krishna gives you things to purify you and also what your wants are. That is something, and also what everyone else said I resonate with.
very nice. Nikhil Prabhu. Awesome. Young age and people are here. Led by Sanvi. Huh? Young age. Yes.
Hare Krishna. My name is Pranav. Today, Prabhuji started off by saying that there are some things in life which we may not understand, and we have to make some basic assumptions. He gave the analogy of imaginary numbers and how we assume that it exists even though it doesn't, and that makes sense with like later on. And that really hit hard because sometimes you have to assume some things to make the rest of the equation clear. And I also really liked the way he explained how to perceive God as three different forms as Brahman, as your inner self, and as a person, and what the significance of each form is.
Amazing. Amazing. Please give him a big hand.
Hi, my name is Shoria, and in this class we covered the six opulences and how the Lord, how Krishna is full of these six opulences, has infinite of them. And the thing I took away from it is that we should remember our original position as servants, and that we're eternal servants of the Lord, and we should make effort to serve Him so that at the time of death we can remember Him, and this can be our last life in this material world.
Amazing, Shaurya. Good job.
Hare Krishna. My name is Rakesh. And yeah, like everybody said, the six opulence, that's what stuck to us. That's what we learn the most. And like the wealth, we get attracted to the wealthy people and the wealth. Why not to think about the God who is giving the wealth and taking away? So think about God always and remember.
Amazing. Please give him a big hand. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All of you attended amazing sessions. We have still more coming. We are not done yet. But we'll also take reflections of Gaurav Prabhu, who tolerates me device batch after device batch.
Hare Krishna. Amazing session. Today's session was, I think, we started off with six opulences of Bhagwan. And whatever we see in the world is basically a spark of Lord's splendor. So, whatever we see, whatever we love, I think that should give us kind of like intention, like this is coming from Krishna, and then that's the real person who we should be loving. Again, another thing we saw that we are actually part and parcels of Krishna, and there is an innate nature of a soul to basically serve someone. So we can either serve a dog or we can either serve a god, and basically that will define the journey that we'll be having. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And Gaurav Prabhu, thank you for your support. Without that, the class cannot be effective. So are all other volunteers. So please raise your hand if you would like a Srimad Bhagavatam at your home. Raise it loud and clear. Okay. How many hands? Three. And okay, you want three copies?
One book.
One copy. Okay, good. Okay, so five Bhagavatams. We have those? Yeah. If not, we are bringing it to the next class. With that, Srila Prabhupada ki